What is up, everyone? Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, as I've been doing a daily video of all kinds of different stuff. Unboxing, weekly purchases, figure reviews, you name it. So hopefully it's a good spot for you guys to hit and hit the subscribe button. But today is a special day. This is the first video that's going to be a continuing series as we start talking about the Classic Superstars line made by Jakks Pacific starting in 2004. Selfishly, this could be my favorite line of all time. I got a lot of nostalgia feels for the Hasbros and LJNs as a kid growing up, but this is the line that brought me back into full-on collecting. This is the line that, I still say changed the game and has set the template for where we are right now in 2020. June 2020 is when I'm recording this video. This set the pace for where we are, what Mattel has brung to us. And now we're on the heels of an AEW line release by Jazzwares that is kind of mixed in with Jakks Pacific, I guess you would say, with Jeremy Padower leading the charge over there. This was truly a game changer. I think that gets thrown around a lot, the word game changer. But the Classic Superstars line truly is a game changer in the wrestling figure world, that's for sure. To set the stage a little bit for me, I was primarily out of wrestling figures at the time of this release. I would dabble, I would pay attention, I would see what's going on. This line released in 2004. This was my senior year of college. So I wasn't really heavy or having a lot of time to figure collect at that time. I was trying to finish up my studies, obviously, graduation. I was working a full-time job. And I was looking at what's my career, what's my life going to be. But I got slapped across the face walking into Toys R Us one day and seeing Series 1 on the shelves. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'll set it up right here. I'll show you the first one and we'll get right into it. I saw this. So as many people that have looked through the channel and seen my videos in the past, I was Mr. Ultimate Warrior as a kid. I absolutely loved the Ultimate Warrior. I would buy everything and anything Ultimate Warrior. Well, think back, outside of an early Bone Cruncher, that was it for Ultimate Warrior figures. There wasn't anything else. Bone Crunchers being by Jakks as well. Well, I saw this and I couldn't believe it. The packaging, the black and the gold foil, and then just seeing Warrior. I mean, you guys think back, some people probably say right now, oh, this figure's not that great, but Mattel's got some great ones. You got to put yourself back into 2004 and the kind of figures we were getting. We were getting Titantron figures. We were getting, stuff like that. R3s were around that time. Stuff that just did not interest me, did not pique my interest. After the Bone Crunchers got crazy with a million releases, it was time for me to bow out. I thought my wrestling figure days were done, but this is the line that brought me back. Just an awesome package. Now look at that. Look at that. Classic Superstars, the gold foil with the little stamp and the little spikes. Truly a game changer. I've said it before, package uniformity is key in a line. A long-term collection. You don't want boxes of different size and different makeups because it just doesn't seem like one line. It is, but it isn't in this collector's mind. The greatest thing Classic Superstars did was keep the uniform packaging throughout the whole line. From Series 1 all the way to 28 with the 2-packs, 3-packs, and exclusives looking very similar. That was truly a game changer and one I wish other lines would take note of. Keep the package the same. It displays awesome. It looks awesome. You guys have seen probably, if not, look at my collector's video. Go and look at my Jakks Classic Superstar room. There's just something magical about all that package uniformity as wallpaper for the whole room. It just is a totally, totally awesome thing. And I'm so happy that they did it that way. And honestly, that is one of the reasons I stuck with the line through the end and got every single one. The package uniformity. But I said back to 2004, walking into Toys R Us and seeing this, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I just was shocked at the Ultimate Warrior, the world title on it, not being the greatest, but you got to go back. 2004, there wasn't a lot of great belts back then, but the belt on him, the WrestleMania 6 garb, just totally iconic. The peak of my Ultimate Warrior love, WrestleMania 6. I'll never forget that day as long as I live. But there it is, the figure that changed my course of collecting, changed the course of my life. Ultimate Warrior on the back, debut at 1985, weight 275 pounds, 6'3". Finishing move, Warrior Splash, Warrior Gorilla Press Slam. Titles, World Heavyweight Champion, Intercontinental Champion twice, WWE World Tag Team Champion. I don't believe Warrior was the World Tag Team Champion, so there's some Jakks errors in here. I don't recall that, that's for sure. Favorite quote, always believe. So that is the Ultimate Warrior. That is the first one I saw on the pegs. I said, holy cow, had to buy it immediately. And there it is right there. So then I'm like, what the heck else is in this line? This is, the internet was around, but it wasn't like it is now with figure communities and daily sites and stuff. So things did fly in under the radar. There was still some surprises that came. And like I said, being not totally ingrained in the figure community and checking out Toy Fair magazine and stuff like that at the time, this was a total surprise to me, and it was a total game changer. I think these were even out for a little bit before I noticed them. I didn't get them like day one. They just put the fresh case out. It was probably the second time they'd filled them or so. I'm just guessing. I can't remember off the top of my head. But then I looked through the pegs. I'm like, well, there's Ultimate Warrior. What else could be in this set? Now, to say that was a mixed bag is true in my case. A lot of people love that first series. It was okay. The Warrior was the one. If there was no Warrior, I don't know if I would have thought twice about it. But the Warrior definitely was a game changer, as was this one a little bit. Andre the Giant in this series. The first time we've gotten an Andre the Giant in a long time. Back to that one Jakks kind of statue. Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head what it was called. Not a very good statue type figure. Didn't really do a lot for me. This one was cool. However, you can see the glaring issue I have with it. The double straps. You should have a single strap. They also use the same Big Show body, for the R3 Big Show all the way into Ruthless Aggression Big Show. So it was a cheap way to get this mold back out there. So it was pretty disappointing for an Andre the Giant figure. Luckily Jakks fixed that down the line. We will get to that series. Like I said, we're going to go series by series. I'll do a weekly video all the way through the whole thing. We'll run the whole gamut of the exclusives, you name it all. So subscribe, check back. We'll get through it. But here's the Andre the Giant. Debut 1964, 520 pounds, 7'5". Finishing moves, a butterfly suplex, and the big boot. Titles, World Heavyweight Champion, WWE World Tag Team Champion with Haku, of course. So an okay one. It's a big-time heavy hitter legend for sure. Andre the Giant, just very disappointing, and something we see a lot with Jakks over the years. Some of the issues, and that strap being totally one of them, unfortunately. But then it got us to something more of a common, clear, current-day star at the time in Triple H. Kind of an interesting person to put in the first series, but I think it was trying to set the groundwork for what this line was. It wasn't just guys that are retired and not really wrestling anymore. This is some guys that are current in maybe flashback attires. And this is what this was. The first incarnation of Triple H. Kind of the Greenwich snob Triple H. But boy, as much as I didn't really care for this figure at the time, seeing the soft goods jacket on it, game changer. We didn't see a whole lot of soft goods. There was a few Bone Crunchers that had a couple of soft goods. There was a few things here and there in the Titantrons. But this was the quality and the look of this. I think this is what started the craze of soft good jackets, soft good shirts and stuff to be an expectation you would get down the line. So this Triple H was an alright figure. We'll read the back here. Debut 1992, 260 pounds, 6'4". The pedigree and need a face, the finishing moves. Titles, WWE Champion, WWE Heavyweight Champion 4 times at the time, Intercontinental Champion 5 times, European Champion twice, World Tag Team Champion, King of the Ring. And his favorite quote, arrogance is truth. So that is Triple H. Always thought he had kind of a smaller head. I thought the head should have been bigger, which Jakks was kind of all over in the Ruthless Aggression style figures, all over with the head sizes. Sometimes at the later years, way too big. Right here, just a tad small. But there it is. I should say too, look at the side. You got the picture of Triple H, where Warrior, you got an artist rendition, or I guess picture of the actual figure. And I've seen Jeremy Padower, the godfather of the classic superstars, mentioned in the past. Andre's got the figure. mentioned in the past that, hey, we were figuring out how we wanted to run this line. We weren't sure what we were doing. This could have been a one-off series set. So, you know, they were getting the kinks out, trying to figure out how it would go as we saw, and we'll progress through going forward. Now, here's another one. Shawn Michaels. Somewhat of a contemporary. I guess at this time, Michaels been around a long time. He was a good one, you know, one to have in this line. Fit the classic superstars. I really like this one. This one probably could be my second favorite in the line. I'm not the biggest Shawn Michaels fan in the world, but I thought this one really caught my eye when I looked at it. It was also pretty hard to get one. Shawn Michaels, debut 1984, 225 pounds, 6'1", finishing moves, sweet chin music, WWE champion, WWE World Heavyweight champion 3 times, Intercontinental champion 3 times, European champion twice, World Tag Team champion 4 times. Favorite quote, "I'm the greatest thing on earth." So you can see there's the picture. They used a picture of him similar to Triple H. I don't know if they were going for, hey, guys that are kind of still wrestling, we'll put a current picture of them on there. Or not a current picture, but a real picture of them. I'm not sure. And then the sides, of course, had the name. And we've seen the uniform packaging in the front. The title belt's not good in these. I didn't like them at all. You could kind of get what they were trying to go for with the Winged Eagle, but it just wasn't the Winged Eagle. I did like, let's talk a little bit about the back of the package. You know, they show the whole set back there. I do like how they pose them instead of just generic poses, like kind of in the future they did a little bit. But, you know, they show Shawn Michaels like that. They got Warrior with his arms up. Triple H on there without his jacket, which tells you maybe that wasn't the original plan for the jacket, but they had a little extra funding they could use. Anyways, pretty cool. Well, this gets us to the last one, and this would be, if I was going to say hot garbage of the line, this would be the hot garbage of the first series, at least. The Undertaker. Here it is, The Undertaker, you can see. Comes with the belt. Used a picture of his figure on the side. There he is, The Undertaker with belt, The Undertaker on the side, typical packaging. Debut, 1989, weight 328 pounds, 6'10". Finishing moves, Tombstone Pile Driver, The Last Ride, and the Chokeslam. Take your pick. Titles, WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion 3 times, WWE World Tag Team Champion 6 times, as well as the Hardcore Champion. Favorite quote, "Rest in peace." The Undertaker, and then you can see the back. His face on there. Now, you can probably see, and longtime collectors know the gripes on this one. They use the Titantron legs, the figures of Titantron live figures. One of my absolute least favorite lines of all time. I did not like the Titantrons. I did not like the R3s. That is what got me out of collecting and called it goods, as well as kind of going through college and, you know, just priorities changing, being very busy with work and college. I got out of, but I got brought back in with this line, of course. But just unexcusable, kind of using, similar to the Andre, using parts from other figures. I get you're trying to do it on the cheap. You're not sure what this line will end up bringing at the end of the day. But just kind of some quality errors and non-uniformity as far as the figures go was tough. To me, this set doesn't get a very good grade in looking at the whole line. If I had to say my favorite sets, this one wouldn't be at the top of my favorite sets. The specialness of this line, or this Series 1, to me is what it started. It was the start. They were trying to get the bugs out. They were figuring out a way to get to that next level. And I think they did. I think they slam dunked it. They blew it out of the water. There was always some issues. But think to yourself, guys, now, there's issues with Mattel. There's things guys don't like. There's things people don't like. These were no different. But this was the start of something magical. Like I said, it brought me back to collecting. But here it is, Series 1, Jakks Classic Superstars. Leave me some comments. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Series 1. Where were you when you first saw Series 1? Were you like me and totally surprised at Toys R Us? Or are you a younger collector that has got these in the past or recently? Or maybe you didn't even know about these. I can't imagine that, but there could be some people that don't know about this line or even this series. I think this will be a good educational series for a lot of people. It'll be a fun stroll down memory lane. So give me your Classic Superstars comments, and like I said, I will do a video each week of the series, go through all Series 1 through 28. We'll do the deluxe aggressions, we'll do the ringside exclusives, the limited editions, the 1 of 100s. we'll knock them all out. You know, it'll take us about a year to get that done, which is kind of crazy, but we'll get it done. It'll be something to look forward to each week. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy stuff like this, you're going to enjoy a look at all the other sets as we go. So thanks for watching, and we'll see all you guys real soon.